Well, the farm was working wonders, Bean's future looking bright, with so many happy farmers getting richer overnight.
On June 6th, Beanstalk will host the Barn Raise, a public fundraiser to raise approximately $77 million. But before getting into the details of the Barn Raise, what is Beanstalk and why does it need a fundraiser? To understand what Beanstalk is, we first have to recognize the problem Beanstalk is solving. There simply aren't enough stablecoins in DeFi to meet demand, resulting in high borrowing costs for stablecoins across lending platforms like Aave and Compound. Most stablecoins today are either issued by centralized entities, USDC, USDT, etc., and or have collateral requirements that limit the growth of their supply, DAI, MIN, etc. Enter Beanstalk, a decentralized Ethereum-native credit-based stablecoin protocol that solves both of those problems by relying on credit instead of collateral to maintain peg, and its model is performing better than any other uncollateralized stablecoin in DeFi history. Beanstalk was initially launched in August 2021 with just 100 beans and has never taken traditional funding. Over the last 8 months, Beanstalk organically grew to $100 million in market cap, attracting $144 million in long-term incentivized liquidity. For more information about how the mechanism works, please watch the Beanstalk Explained video on Beanstalk Farm's YouTube channel. Beanstalk's model was working exactly as designed, so what happened? On April 17th, the Beanstalk contract on the Ethereum mainnet was exploited via a previously unknown issue with Beanstalk's governance process. The Beanstalk Farms team was immediately alerted and took action to temporarily turn off on-chain governance and pause Beanstalk. Since then, the Beanstalk Farms team has transitioned governance to a community multi-sig wallet and is now looking to restore approximately $77 million in stolen assets via a fundraiser. Because Beanstalk was chopped down, it must be replanted. Beanstalk will host the Barn Raise, a fundraiser to restore approximately $77 million in non-bean liquidity stolen from the silo, starting Monday, June 6th at 4 p.m. UTC. Beanstalk will be replanted in early July, and the Barn Raise will continue until the fundraiser is complete. Fertilizer, a semi-fungible token, will be sold during the Barn Raise. At the beginning of the Barn Raise, 77 million fertilizer will be for sale for 1 USDC each. Beanstalk will be replanted in early July, after which fertilizer will receive a pro rata share of 1/3 of new bean mints, while 1/3 is allocated to silo members and 1/3 is allocated to the pod line. Fertilizer sales will recapitalize non-bean liquidity stolen in the attack. The interest rate on fertilizer is called humidity. Fertilizer purchased between June 6 and the replanting in early July will have a 500% humidity, and the humidity will change upon the replanting. After the replanting, the humidity will start at 250% and decrease by 0.5% every season until the humidity is 20%. It will take about 19 days after the replanting to hit the minimum humidity of 20%. Silo members and bean holders will receive their pre-exploit assets in their unripe form. Unripe assets are subject to a vesting schedule based on how much fertilizer has been sold and the percentage of the debt that has been repaid to its holders. If unripe asset holders choose to ripen their assets or claim a portion of the underlying assets before all the fertilizer is sold and the Barn Raise debt is fully repaid, they will forfeit a portion of their assets. New beans earned from new mints going forward are not subject to this vesting schedule. Beanstalk Farms and the broader Beanstalk community are keen to bring Beanstalk's key stablecoin innovations to every corner of DeFi, in spite of recent events. A successful Barn Raise is the best path to achieving that. Join us on June 6th for the start of the Barn Raise, and follow Beanstalk Farms on Twitter for the latest updates.
'Cause the work is never over till our stocks all reach the moon. Come on out to the Barn Raise and we'll all be laughing soon.